Yesterday, I made a Christmas tree out of some air dry clay that I had left over. It was just the end of my clay, and I needed to go and buy some more. Roll it out into the shape of a Christmas tree. And so I came up with this cute little Christmas tree. And the way I did it is that I rolled out the air dry clay into the shape of a triangle. And then I rolled another piece into a roll for the trunk of the tree. And then I shaped out a star from the clay. I did a little bit of cutting using a cutting tool, but it didn't take much at all to put together this little tree out of the leftover clay that I had. And I want to get it in focus for you because it turned out so well and it was so much fun to make. So for you that are crafters and you have a class, this is so easy. Just go by your local Hobby Lobby or your Walmart or someplace where you can get some clay. And it could be fun for a classroom environment. It could be fun just for a project that you're doing alone or some sort of event, maybe a bingo game, and right before the game or after the game, you do your Christmas ornament. And my goal is to do more than just this one, but to do others as well. And as I talk with you, I'm still trying to get this, there you go, into focus so you can see it. So what I did, the clay itself is white. And what I did is I took out my paints, my acrylic paints, and I did a honey brown for the trunk of this tree. I did a green, of course, for the tree, and then I used a real red and some satin white for the bulbs of the tree. And then for the star, I used a gold color for the star on the tree. So when you use your air dry paint, you have to wait, of course, when you use your air dry clay, and once you shape it out and you shape it into the form of a tree and you put your pieces together, you have to let it all dry very well. And then once it's dried, I would give it, a couple of hours to dry. The smaller the item is that you're making, it takes less time for the air dry clay to dry. But once it's dried, then you can go ahead and put your application of paint onto your tree. Now, so this morning, this little tree was laying on my foil on my cabinet. Hi, thank you, Carson, for dropping by. Have a great day. Thanks for dropping by. This is Creating Fun Art, and I'm talking about a tree that I made out of my leftover clay yesterday. So this was laying on my cabinet this morning. That's where I made it. And I decided, well, I need to do something with this because I want to make other pieces for the holiday. This is 2025, and this has been a long year for me. But I want to finish this year up doing something that I enjoy, regardless of how this year has been. It's been a good year. It's been a good year. But I want to do something to, to kind of break things up and to end this year the way I want it to end. And of course, the way the Lord would have for me to end it as well. And that is joyously. And so what I decided to do was to add to the back of this tree this morning a little magnet. Now, these little magnets I picked up, I think it was at Walmart, just a little square. And on top of the square, if you could see that little thin piece of white on the bottom of this magnet, you just pull that little film of white off and it sticks to the object that you've made. And so I put it on the back of my tree. Now this black background, you guys, that's my refrigerator. So once I stuck it to the back of my tree and I decided to do close to the base, close to a heavier part of the item that I created, a wider part. I didn't want to put it on top of the star because it's going to be hanging on my fridge for at least, for over a month. Because these are my Christmas pieces that I'm making. All right, so there we go. And now I'm simply, you guys, I'm just going to stick it onto my fridge. Look at that. So the time that I spent yesterday, it was my day off of work. I created this little tree from scratch out of air dry clay. And now I'm sticking it on my refrigerator. And so that means that I get to see this work that I've done on a regular. And I tell you what, this is what I found. When you do things with your hands, if you're a hand person, it builds confidence. So not only did I come up with a cute little tree, I also walk away with confidence that I can use when I'm doing other things. New projects at work. Well, I can always reflect back to the time I spent doing my tree from scratch, using my own ideas. And that's the one thing I found out about working with my hands and doing art and drawing, and is that it builds confidence, and confidence is key, you guys. You need confidence for almost everything these days. So I'm already enjoying this little tree. Yeah, it is. And here's the thing, Bobby, thanks for dropping by. Clay is not only for children, clay is also for adults. Clay is for anybody who wants to use it and make anything, whether it's something from your childhood. You don't have to be a professional to work with clay. If you walk by the clay aisle thinking, well, I'm not a professional, I can't do this, that's wrong. Pick up your clay, work with your hands, build something. That's better than, if you're retired, that's better than sitting around and doing nothing all day. Or if you're not working and you have nothing to do, building something out of clay is an awesome thing to do. And guess what? This doesn't have to be on my refrigerator. This could be a gift for somebody that I could put in a little box, and I could write a little message on the trunk of the tree, something that says, I love you, and give this to them. You can give it to a child, you can give it to an adult. I think that we take little simple things these days and pass them up too often. Life is complicated, but we can do some little simple things to bring a smile to someone. So I have to get ready for work, but I just wanted to drop by and share with you guys this little project that I've started. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.